Welcome into the conversation, Aaron Bowman. Now, I want you to hear Aaron's story. Aaron, thank you again for joining us. I want to start by asking you, can you tell us what you remember about your encounter with the Troop F officers in May of 2019?
Um, I remember leaving the dollar store going to get some um, personal hygiene for the house, wash the car, um, dishwasher liquid, things of that nature. But as I've been getting this stuff, I just see a few people walking around in the store and I'm getting what I need to get. When I come out, I just see no police officer, no one on the lot, in the dollar store lot. So I got on in the car, went home, and normally going home, down 165. I ended up turning on Burjo Lane to take a shorter route. When I turned on Burjo Lane, I get on Burjo Lane, I turn back off onto the left on Bowman, take Bowman through the neighborhood, come out on Wall Street, which is closer home to me. I stay right across off the Windsor Road from South Third. So as I get on up and down the dark streets, I start seeing laws ride. So as I cross over one street to go down another street to make a right to go down Mall, I see one way in the back just ride slow with no lights on, just a siren light that know how to be just a blue light on, but they ain't moving enough. So I'm riding. I wonder why he riding with his lights off. So I started drive like I'm supposed to up that street. That street is like a 25 speed limit. So I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but as he see me turning, making that right, turning out in front of him, he zoom up and get right behind me. So I sit there at the stop sign because traffic, oncoming traffic coming from both ways. So I sit there, he ain't never turn no light on, his headlight still off, it's just the blue light on the top. I sit there till the traffic clear up. When the traffic clear up, I shoot straight across to South Third. And as I get on South Third, I got two parish deputy trucks behind me, the white ones behind me. They still riding, man. One of them got no lights on, but the one that's behind me still had a siren light on, but just blue light, no motion. And the one behind him just riding with no light on period. So I go down on South Third, go to my house. As I pass by the church, on the right, I see like four more cars come. Parish, city, and a plane car.
All for a traffic. This is all based on suspected traffic violation.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So I turn in my yard. As I turn in the yard, before I can even get out the car good or put it in park, one had jumped out of his vehicle and ran up to the car and snatched the door open and grabbed me by my shirt and said, cut the car, cut the car. I said, I'm fixing to cut the car, but if you let me go, I ain't got my feet on the brake. So the car started rolling. I think that's when my fiance Tina heard me outside. Somebody said something. I'm not knowing if it's you or not, but I just know you heard the car skirt when I pulled in the yard. So really, that's what I was trying to do, get somebody's attention, because I was scared. All along, I was scared. So as he pulled me out, he asked me, what did I have? I said, I don't have nothing. He said, you gonna be lying to me, huh? I said, no, sir, I don't have nothing. He said, where you just come from? I said, I just come from the dollar store. He said, what did you have? What did you get from the dollar store? I said, well, I got some shaving razors, some deodorant, soap, toothbrushes, dishwasher liquids, things of that nature. And he was like, everything was still in the trunk of the car that I had. So he said, what, you playing with me? You lying? I said, no. I said, I still had a receipt. I gave him a receipt, and I said, I had a bag with the receipt in it. in my hand and a brown small paper bag with some raisins in it. So when I gave it to him, another officer walked up and said, "Who we got?" I opened my mouth, which I probably shouldn't have. So when I opened my mouth up, he was like, "Shut up, ain't nobody talking to you." I said, "I'm just trying to explain that, what's going on. I haven't did nothing. You ain't find nothing on me." He was like, "Did I tell you to shut up?" I just looked at him and turned right around, and the other officer asked him to say, "What you was finna say?" And when I got ready to say something, he swiped up the flashlight like he finna hit me, and I just threw my arms up, and he grabbed me by my shirt and spun me around, and I hit the ground, landed on my stomach.
Aaron, can you remember how long you were in that encounter with the police? How long they were attacking you? Do you remember that?
Yes, man. It was a while. It was a while. All I could hear was my fellas in the background saying, "Aaron, don't be fighting with him. Don't be fighting with him." And every time I got ready to say something, she couldn't really hear me because it's like I had a muzzle over my mouth or something, because my face is face down in the dirt, eyes full of dirt, mud, nose full of mud, mouth full of mud. And
then I couldn't understand them because the officer came up on the porch to keep me from coming out, I guess, to see what was going on. So every time I tried to leave to go see what was going on, get back in your house. You guys are on my property. I have a right. I feel like I have a right to know what's going on outside my home, and it's involving my family member. And they telling me that he was resisting the whole time. They were beating him. He couldn't tell me that, I'm not resisting or that they're doing something to me. The whole time they just keeping me, trying to question me on the porch.
This is in your home. This is on your own property.
Yes,
at your home.
Yes, ma'am.
That Aaron has been chased and pursued onto his own property, and he is being beaten, and you're prevented from being able to even come and intervene or even see about what's happening to him. You're being prevented from doing that by an officer who's intimidating you.
While they beat me with the flashlight, I see him in the background. "Stay on your porch. Stay on your fucking porch." Excuse my French, but
And I felt fear for my life. If I resist, if I didn't stay where they told me, something may have happened to me.
I wouldn't be able to hit you. I wouldn't be able to hit you because there was 2 or 3 of them standing.
It was more than one officer.
Yeah, it's like probably about 10, 15 logs in my yard. All these cars behind my car lined up on both sides of the road with all these sirens on now. Look like we have a Mardi Gras parade. It's crazy.
Yeah, you're doing.
It does something to me, and
you're doing a wonderful job. You're doing a really, really good job explaining this. Tell us, what kind of injuries did you sustain? I know you had a surgery just recently in order to help remedy some of the injuries that you sustained. What kind of injuries did you sustain that night?
I had 3 broken ribs. I had a fractured wrist. I had a broke jaw. And I had 10 staples in my head from being hit with a flashlight.
Yeah.
Oh, and they had the handcuffs on me, and I broke my finger, my pinky finger.
Needless to say,
on the ground, begging for him to stop, he started telling me, "Put your fucking arm down." And I put my arms up, and he hit me in my arm. This arm, where I take treatment in it, and they did something to it, and it swelled it up. And ever since then, I had started having a problem with it. My hands started locking up to where I had to scream. I use my other hand to force to break my fingers in. I couldn't sleep at night for it. When I went to the doctor, they said if I had came to the hospital, the part where they had like it's like an aneurysm. It could have burst and I could have died. So
And not only that, Dr. Hook him out, but he still, even now, he still have like sharp pains and he forgets things from, you know, the flashlight, being hit and hit repeatedly with the flashlight.
And I just want to, I want to make sure that the audience knows that these Troop F police officers have what's called a modus operandi, which means the way in which they beat Aaron with the mag flashlight, relentlessly beating him in his face while also holding him down and keeping his face smothered in the mud and in the ground. This was exactly the same way that Miss Mona's son was taken, by the very same officers. They used the same instrumentality, the same brutality, the same tactics of terror. And so we know what happened to Ronnie, exactly what happened to Ronnie, because you just heard what happened to Aaron. And Aaron is the voice of Ronnie, and so many thousands of other people who have had this same experience. And so this man that you are listening to right now is not just a hero in the state of Louisiana, he's an American hero.
Yes.
Because we so rarely have people who live to tell this story and to create the kind of accountability that this system demands. And so I am so grateful for you, Aaron.
this man.
And I am so angry and I am so livid with this system, but I am that much more committed. Every word that you utter makes me more and more committed to the cause that we are here for, which is the cause of justice, and that we will continue to fight for justice, because this is absolutely unacceptable. And we shouldn't have to hear Aaron's story. We shouldn't have to hear about his bones being broken and his skin being ripped from his body in order for us to give a damn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't have to hear that. But you just heard it, so now what are you gonna do? What are we going to do? And I apologize, but I am very visibly, just as I'm sure there are lots of other people on this line who are visibly upset about this. But I think now is the appropriate time for me to welcome Miss Mona back into this conversation, because whenever I hear her voice, I feel more calm, and I need some calming right now. And so Miss Mona, I want to just welcome you back in and say, after hearing this tale and thinking about your baby, this is a living testimony about what happened. Tell us about how you feel about what you just heard, and just be Miss Mona. Give us what we need. Lift us up here, please.
Brody, you want me to be Miss Mona? I got a lot of really nice choice words. These words really make me feel better. I'm not gonna say it. But the thing is, to hear Aaron say that, and it tears my heart. It tears my heart. But that's the thing. The fact that Troop F, they're systemic in what they do and how they do it, the time of day, the time of night that they go about doing it. It's like this is their hour of play and pray, where they get out there and they choose the one for whatever reason. This is going to be and they have a kick out of it. There's no remorse in what they do, and they don't even need a reason. Just hearing Aaron say that, and over something he purchased from the dollar store, and well, what man has to explain what he's doing and feel threatened at night because he goes to the store? I mean, the fact that it only happens to people of color. I don't want to even say that only happens, but the fact that it's happened so much to where the dynamics of the unfairness of what's going on, especially with Troop F and throughout the world, it just speaks volume. And we've got to rearrange from the top down, because what's happening on the ground level, it just continues. They cover up for each other. Who's to say one's not related to the other, and it's just one generation into the generation, and so on. They make it happen to where it continues. It's systematic. It's the KKK being passed down for hundreds of years to where we are now. It's a KKK, modern day time, with the same habits and the same nastiness, and the fact that this is the United States and we're talking like this, and on such a level throughout the states. We have people like, Mr. Haley and all the other lawyers, thank God for them, that they have the backbone, and all the activists who speaks up, the ACLU, the NAACP, stepping up and making things happen, and we've got to take this ball and run with it. We've got to make things happen, because this is our time to shine. For me, I feel like, the way I see it, the fact that our family has fell into this horrific, this world that you hear it on TV and you just don't think that you'll be part of this statistic. It becomes such a real part of your life that I don't see anything different. What I see now is how I live. What my kids see, it's changed us to where we don't see anything else. This is us. And the fact that they murdered Ronnie, and it took so many to participate, not on the ground level, on the politicians, those I mean, it's sad. It's sad, the cover-up on such a high level down.
Can you tell us what you're doing to commemorate Ronnie's anniversary, and what folks can do? How can we support the events that family is going to be doing in the community?
Yes. The kids, they've been working really hard on this, and I must say, people, we're gathering those coming forward, our lawyers, it's happening. It's this May, December 28th. That's a Friday, Saturday. We're having a memorial at the same site where Ronnie was killed, the same location. We have a lot of people participate in it, and NAACP on 2 different chapters are showing up. Our lawyers are showing up, and I just can't thank everyone. We're also having a fish fry that's going to be held in Bastrop, and it's going to be a lot of good memories. It's moving forward with what's happening here, on what we're doing, as far as we're just trying to bring the community together and not make it, because Ronnie was such a good, happy spirit. And they know him as being that, his love, his laughter, and we want to keep it like that. We're having a peace walk and a candlelight vigil. That's going to be on Saturday, May 8th, and that's going to be at 2 p.m. And that's at the Sterling Recreation Center. And
we'll post that information. Actually, we'll make sure that folks can get the information of the events that you've shared, and we'll actually post that in the chat. And so